What is up, you lovely, beautiful people? How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in to another Friday video. This time it should be coming at you by Friday. Apologies for last week. If you read the little comment description box at the bottom there, I sort of ran into a bit of trouble with the internet, and also it probably didn't help that the video is probably the longest one I've done so far, an hour and 9 minutes or something ridiculous like that. But if you're new to the channel, you're new to the videos, welcome. My name is Neil, Non-Stop Neil, and I love riding my EUC, which is the InMotion V8, and I've got the lights on. I'm going to pop the front headlight on as well before we set off, which is a great one because I think we have about 45 minutes of good daylight left before it gets dark. Here at the Radisson Blu Hotel, beautiful rooms this week, oh my lord. I like to play a bit of video gaming, especially with winter. Play a bit of online with friends. Let's get across this here, paying attention to the road. So yeah, excuse me, sorry about that. So it's a bit of a long way around to get to the roads. We might just go to this crossing here. So yeah, I've only got about 35 to 45 minutes of sunlight. I've sort of been waiting, hovering in and out of the hotel today. Actually, thankful it's not raining because I've been here, it's my third day here now, which I still haven't said where I am. I am in a place called Cologne in Germany, northwest, very close to other places called Dusseldorf, which I've mentioned in a few of the videos which I was in a couple of weeks ago, but unfortunately didn't have my wheel with me at the time. But yes, an avid V8 rider, and I've literally just reached 1,550 miles on this wheel. I should probably do one of those review videos I was talking about back in the UK months and months ago, but you know, I'm still riding it, absolutely loving it. Can't say, I guess quickly, the only annoying thing about it sometimes is that the pedals are too small for my size, UK 10, US 11 feet. But other than that, it's a solid wheel. I do need a new tyre, that's for sure. I am having a bit of difficulty sourcing one. Speedy Feet had one on their website. I checked it out, went to their checkout bit, and yeah, not in there. So I might have to go further afield and source it from like China or something, Alibaba, or maybe that Singapore website that I use for. See if this guy's going to let me go pay. Yeah, he's let me go. I can't remember what the website's called. I used it to get my trolley handle, which, old news, still haven't got it. It's now in London, which will be getting picked up very shortly in the coming couple of weeks. And I tell you what, I can't wait, because I use this pretty much every single day, whether I'm just, you know, go wandering around the city, but mainly what tends to happen is I go to like the supermarket, for instance, or a coffee shop, or a store where I need to sort of wander around and pick up items. Supermarket's the best example. I think I have a bike behind me. Nope. Yeah, supermarket's the best example, because I have to like hold my helmet and I use it as a basket as well, my helmet. It's a good little tip. And then I have to carry the wheel everywhere I go. So I tell you what, my grip strength is getting better, but other than that, it's just a bit of a pain in the ass, I'll be honest. But you can get by. I don't think you could cope if you had one of the bigger wheels, the 18-inch wheels, M Super X, you know, the V10 or the 18L. I say that now because I'm going to release this tomorrow, and then during the week, next week, I've got 3 videos for you. Check that out. So if you watch the Paris one, if you manage to get through any of that, I know it was long. It was so long. Check out some of this architecture before. We're just waiting for the red light over there. I'm going to go across the bridge. But yeah, German architecture. It's quite nice, isn't it? Pretty nice little train station. That's not even the main Hauptbahnhof. Yeah, so it was a long video, and I mentioned in that video that I was going to the eRoo shop, which I did forget to link, which the link should be in that video now, so go check that out if you're interested. And if you ask me in the comments, I definitely would have got back to you by now. So with that being said, I actually went back to that store, and I hired, the guy let me, because I mentioned I couldn't rent out the M Super, the V10 or anything else, because they're the only ones they have in the store, and they allow people who want to purchase them to ride them. So to have it for the whole day, which is what I was going for, it just wasn't a thing. So I only had like 2.5 hours, 3 hours spare in that day by the time I got round to the shop, and I ended up renting out the InMotion V10, which was amazing. And then I came back about 45 minutes later, rented out the M Super X Epic, and then he was like, oh well, you know, you got a bit more time, do you fancy renting out the Kingsong 18L? So not the XL, the L. So I rented that out, and I sort of I did a review video of the V10. I was like, oh, you know, I'll just do one of the M Super X, and then I did one of the Kingsong 18L. So it turned into quite an interesting day. Managed to get 3 little videos made. Here's a quite nice little iconic spot here for photographs. We've got this beautiful bridge which goes into Cologne's giant epic Gothic cathedral, and we got the Altstadt over there, which is the old town, and then this is the other bridge which sort of brings us back over the river here. I've only ventured into this little area. This is like the main city centre. Might actually just get my phone out, get a quick little snap of those clouds there. Look out, I don't know, hopefully the GoPro, yeah, it looks pretty nice. Oh, I should have brought my main camera out, but I tell you what, this is looking chink tasty. That's right, I said it looks tasty. So I'll follow the rule of thirds. Bit of that. Now we get a bit more so we can get the other cathedral in. Complete. Oh, the clouds are amazing. Let me get more of the clouds. Yeah, more of the cloud. Maybe get over there. Sorry, it's turning into another photography video, but that's alright. More clouds, train, boop boop. Epic. Get one without the train. I actually haven't brought I went out with my camera yesterday. Oh, got a boat coming in, looks kind of nice. Yeah, I went out with my camera yesterday, but it was just chucking it down with rain. Alright, that's enough camera. So this is sort of the main beautiful spot to see the city. Totally lost thought of what I was chatting about, which is the usual process to these videos. Yeah, so I ended up doing the same route. Got all these padlocks. All these people putting their padlocks of love. It just goes on for the entire stretch of this bridge here. So I'll go across this quite slowly so you can absorb. This is quite a nice little area, this. Yeah, so I managed to do the same 3 routes, and same thing for each video. So those will be coming out soon. So it was great. It was so much fun testing out 3 big 18-inch wheels, and 3 of the main ones I think that are out there right now, other than the Ninebot Z10, which is I feel like it's in its own little league. So yeah, it was great. It's exciting, and I only paid like €25. So €25. Not sure how much that is in your currency, but you know what? It's not a lot. It's not a lot to test out some wheels, and it made me think that I'm sure this happens already. I think at Speedy Feet in the UK, they definitely do this. If you live locally, if you're going to go out and buy a wheel, I might turn around here because that sun is shining right on those padlocks. Might get a little cheeky snap. Oh yeah, we've got a guy coming towards me here. Padlocks. Yeah, that's. Oh, I'm sort of getting in the way of. There we go. Boop. One more. Okay. Thanks, Shen. Yeah, I can't recommend enough. If you're going to buy a wheel, watch videos. Watch a lot of videos. Hopefully, my experience from my V8, which I can just completely highly recommend. This thing it's an amazing wheel. It hasn't let me down once. And I've bashed it quite a few times. I've fallen off it 2 or 3 goes, but that was all down to my error, Neil's error, me messing up. Yeah, go find a retailer, find a place where you can try other wheels out, whether it is from a store, or I see a lot of people in New York who are able to have those like weekly or monthly meetups, e-meetups or whatever they're called. And then from there you can get to try other people's devices out, wheels, skateboards, whatever it is, scooters, one wheels, EUCs. I'm naming them all. Have a go. I mean, obviously it's a little bit different with an EUC. There is definitely more of a learning curve before you can actually ride one and kind of understand what's good and what's not, or what suits you better than other people. But certainly, if like myself, I'm really happy with my V8. I think it's an incredible wheel, and it certainly serves me well in every city I go to. And it wasn't really until I had the opportunity to have a play in these three wheels, my opinion became more open to how an 18-inch wheel with better range and that little bit more power, not necessarily after a wheel that offers like Speed Demon style, just going super fast, because I believe that as much as I enjoy going fast, it's also quite unsafe, so I've got to keep that in mind. But I tell you what, having an 18-inch wheel, just that bigger wheel, the more distance and more power underneath. Do you reckon we can go with this? Let's have a look. Go up here, do a little turn. Yes, we can. Ooh, that was a little bit scary. So let me show you what I just went up then. So I went up that little bit there, and I did a little turn up here. Whoop. Yeah, having that more power, that wattage under your feet, because we're on a brushless motor and it keeps you completely level. I find definitely on my V5, if I lean back, it just drops. On the Kingsong 14S, if I lean back enough on that, it will drop quite significantly as well. Not as much as the V5, I mean, the V8 does a tiny bit, but hardly anything really. But those bigger wheels, oh my goodness. You'll have to watch the reviews. I do end up, because I do 3 in a row, and it was quite unexpected. I just thought I was going to do M Super X that day, but it turns out I did those 3. And on the third one, I guess part 3 of the reviews, I sort of end up going off on some tangent on reviewing all 3 and sort of picking which one was my favourite one. So yeah, if you're an avid EUCer and you like hearing me blabber on about wheels, go check it out. I feel like I did an alright job. It's quite spontaneous. Definitely didn't really plan to do that many reviews, and my butt cheeks and my legs were proper sore the next day. Anyway, just real quick, whilst we're here, these guys are getting their photos. This is one of the, I just put a photograph of this exact location. I took my Mavic Air, popped it up there, got a nice little aerial shot of these cool, colourful, but fairy tale-y tall, you know, I mean, you can see it, those buildings there with this church here. It's very nice, I like it. This is the Altstadt. We might actually just head in on the cobbles, which, as you know, the wheels just do such a tremendous job. I mean, look at this. Look at this. There's no way you're right unless you've got one of the, are they Evolve skateboards, the Australian brand, with the big fat actual tyres. I don't know why I need to compare the EUC, because you know the EUC is a winner all round. I've actually not been up this way yet. It's quite nice. Yes, people enjoying their pommers, their chippies, chips, hot chips as you call them in Australia, because you got chips or crisps, as British people call crisps, and then your hot chips. So yeah, I think this is where the night market, the Christmas markets were only a couple of weeks ago. They're just closing it all down now. But yeah, anyway, I don't know, I wasn't even planning on telling you all about that. Not that long anyway. Let's go find some more places in Cologne to check out. Might go back onto the river and head back and go find the cathedral, the big giant cathedral, which is where I kind of wanted to end this video. I feel like it's going to be a relatively short video compared to my recent ones, due to the fact there's not a whole lot to see here in Cologne, I'll be honest with you. Hello. Was just a friend from the show. I would have stopped and chatted, but probably going to think I'm really rude. I have to tell him later. I'm on a mission. Film this video. Right, where are we going? Might go up here. It's a little bit quieter. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. The Altstadt here is relatively small, but I mean, that's pretty good actually. I'm not sure the hotel internet's alright, and maybe give you guys a bit of a break from the mega long videos. I don't know how I've been getting away with it. Honestly, if anyone, just even one person out of the views that I get is making it through the end to the end of those videos, mate, honestly, thank you so much. It means a lot that you'd watch that whole length video. Now I think, is this it? I'm not sure. It's a drum centre. I heard that Cologne has the largest musical store in Europe, which a few of my friends have actually gone to check out. That's kind of cool. That's a nice looking staircase, isn't it? I do like a spiral staircase. Alright, so as you know, we are here in Germany, and I remember when I first started shooting these videos, there were so many questions about the legal issues towards riding these things, and I think so far it's been an absolute breeze. There's been no problems whatsoever. There was a moment in Madrid, Spain, where I was waiting at this quite a large roundabout, mega roundabout, and one of the police guys was staring at me for ages, and then he decided to tell me to get off. But so I sort of got off and then walked up the road and then jumped back on, and then literally on the way back he was the same guy there, and he looked at me, he just didn't say anything. So that was the only time I've ever been told off to not use the EUC. But other than that, it's been fine. But I keep saying, but we are now in Germany, and the rules they seem quite strict in different parts of Germany. Certainly in Berlin, which I will be visiting, not sure when, in a couple of weeks, and I am actually spending a number of weeks. We're going to maybe 5 or 6, I reckon 5 cities including this one, in Germany, and some cities are they have little number plates. They actually have to license your vehicle. So I actually went on some forums, checked some stuff out, and a few people have said that if you just abide by the same rules as cyclists do, because it's still a grey area, then you should be alright. So I've gone out and bought a few reflectors. So I'm going to pop some reflectors on the EUC, on the InMotion, and hopefully that'll be alright. I also have a bit of this. I'm not printed out; it's just on my phone. Some German. It's all in German, and apparently it states that these wheels are all right. There's no law against them at the moment. Now I could be completely wrong, but I have read that people in Berlin have been fined. No one's had I think a few people have had them not confiscated but taken away, and they have to go get them back, which is super annoying. So just having to be really vigilant about that when we go there. I'm certainly not going to stop riding my wheel for now. I'm going to enjoy it for what it is, and I'm actually just quite interested to see what would happen, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm trying to understand what their laws are, so we'll see. It might be interesting. Hopefully I don't lose my wheel, because that would suck. I'm sure if it did get confiscated, you could just go get it back and probably pay a fine. Hopefully the fines won't be hundreds of euros, thousands, something ridiculous like that, because that would be annoying. Have you seen those videos of people jamming down like big staircases like this? It's pretty impressive. So I reckon if you can go fast enough, yeah, you can probably just sort of skim down the this is a cool camera shop. Ooh, that's a camera that I've got. See that there? This one, the Lumix G9. Oh, it's a beast. I absolutely love it. Love it. Let's get through these pedestrians. Yeah, so we'll see what goes down. We'll certainly keep you informed. And there was another thing people were saying, that as long as you stick on the pedestrian paths and not on the road, then you should be fine, because you're not breaking any laws by being on the road and acting as a vehicle. Which again, look, I have no idea. I'm just figuring it out, and I guess like everybody else is still figuring it all out too. But here we are in front of the giant, epic Cologne Cathedral. It's amazing. It's so massive. I am tempted to come back at an earlier hour when it's a lot quieter and send the flying camera up there and see if we can get an aerial shot from the top there. Might look pretty cool. Let's go around, let's get another bit of a view of it. But this is pretty much it, guys, for Cologne anyway. It's all relatively close. It's not like Paris where it's so spread out. And also in those Paris review videos we go venture around the Louvre, which was quite a nice little area. They were so chilled there. Actually found a little spot a lot bigger than this where I could just test out the acceleration and the braking and that sort of stuff in the wheels. So yeah, and you'd be happy to know, thank you for the advice on warmer clothing. I've actually purchased a new jacket and I've actually got some thermal leggings on right now, and we're all right. The temperature right now is around 1 degree Celsius and it's dropping as that sun is leaving us. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I'm afraid. It's a short one, but we've got some more videos coming out, so it won't just be this one this week. You'll have this on Friday, Friday, it's actually Thursday, and then coming, I'm not sure when, but I'll announce it in that little comment section when the review videos are coming out. They're all edited and ready to go, so hopefully you will enjoy them. I'm going to quickly take my helmet up and just say hello, but because it's so windy, it'll be a quick one. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, live, laugh and love. Stay safe, stay warm. This is a new jacket, so good, look, awesome. Until next time, I'll see you next week in Prague. We're in Prague, Czech Republic. Beautiful place, can't wait to ride around there. Until then, stay safe, take it easy, peace.